Absolute pleasure to be here today to present some new innovations in the OPV materials that we are making, especially in the old transport layers aside of the stack we are building. So Brand Matters, we're a company, a startup company out of Quebec City, created by passionate material scientists. We have core expertise in organic semiconductors and especially organic photovoltaics. So we just recently moved out in our new production facility in Saint-Augustin, moved out of the incubator in Université Laval, and now our own facilities in Saint-Augustin, and have close ties with the national network. So today I'm going to talk about OPV. So just a quick catch up for those who are not really familiar with the type of materials that are inside. Usually conjugated polymers made of carbon building blocks that can be fine-tuned to absorb different and interact with different kind of light. Those are usually come as a powder that can be dissolved and ideally printed in large-scale devices to make printed roll-to-roll OPV. So recently, in the past years, we've seen the field evolve, the efficiencies in the field evolve as the design of the active layers, the materials that do the job of absorbing the light and transforming it into electricity, seen some development. So initially with the discovery of the classic P3HT PCBM, and then with the emergence of push-pull polymers, and finally with the rise of the non-fullerene acceptors, we've seen a drastic increase into the small-scale, lab-scale processed modules and device. So those usually are made using small area methods to fabricate in the lab, such as spin coating and evaporation. And usually we've seen that that translate to the industry with a slight lag. As industrial printers are figuring it out as part of the stack. But we have yet to translate the part where the rise of the NFA and the push-pull polymers are integrated in a large-scale process. This is in part due to the unavailability of a printable old transport layer that can also be soluble in non-halogenated solvent and processed under ambient condition, and especially printed and compatible with large-scale area. So there is a need for a new material. Usually what people use in printable inverted stack or organic photovoltaics as the old transport layer is the classic P dot. But as these polymers in the past years, as these polymers have been fine-tuned to absorb a larger spectrum of light and achieve higher voltage, the band gap have become significantly larger, and therefore the gap between the work function of the P dot and the, for example, PTQ10, which is a novel generation push-pull polymers that is highly compatible with the new non-fullerene acceptors, has been increasing, thus making it harder to translate. So there's a need for a higher, lower work function old transport layer. Also, this whole transport layer would have to retain high enough conductivity to be printed in nice thick layers, just for the sake of uniformity and to make a nice device. And as always in the industry, it needs to be to have good wettability. So as it's printed on an organic active layer, usually it's made of organic polymers, has to maintain good wettability while being orthogonal and not destroy your active layer, basically. So the way to bridge that gap and to enable that transition for the novel NFAs is to research more in the old transport layer side of the stack. So today I'm here to talk to you about the new old transport layer that we developed at Brand Matters, that we tested with a classic push-pull polymer NFA combination, so PTQ10 and an NFA of the Y series. So we see that we are able to achieve similar metrics, basically, as far as current, fill factor, and PCE that are generated as what we see with molybdenum oxide. But the problem with molybdenum oxide is that it's hardly printable. Usually it's evaporated. The new old transport layer that we are announcing today is able to do the same job while being printable. So therefore enables the manufacture of scalable stack for these novel push-pull polymers NFA systems. And this can be processed from non-hydrogenated solvent. So if you're interested in learning more about this new old transport layer, please feel free to contact me or the info account at Beyond Matters. Also, we're in exhibition room 8 today, if I'm not mistaken. So please feel free to come and have a chat with me. It will be a pleasure to discuss with you about this. Also, here's a nice picture of Quebec City. It's our national holiday today. So
Merci beaucoup, Nicolas, for joining us.